Hey guys, what's up? My name is Guy. Welcome to my Guy's personal channel. I'll be talking about my personal life in this channel, and today, after a long time that I haven't posted any video at all, I'll be talking to you guys about something that happened way back in the past. So, despite the fact that I flew out of my mommy's belly, and I'm pursuing and proceeding to gain my wings back, I have a story that I passed when I was a kid. My first 2 years in life. So, I'll tell you this. How is this related to this thing that you see over here? I'll be telling you throughout the video. So, the second I was born, okay, my family and I moved because of my dad's work to China. We lived in a very tall building. And despite all what I'm gonna say to you right now, I want you to understand that I don't remember nothing from those 2 years or even the 4 or 5 first years of my life. Now, there is a reason for that, but let me continue down with the story. So we lived for 2 years in China. And that's the only thing. See? Now, throughout my years, I have been having this dream, a repetitive dream, that was coming back and forth into my life. Okay, it would have been like it would have come like once in every 2 weeks or a month, plus or minus. I would have this dream, and I'm going to tell you about this dream. In this dream, there was a little kid. Okay, it was me. At the dream itself, I've been walking up a circular stairs to the top. At the top of the circular stairs, there was a door. I would have opened the door and went inside. Inside, there was like lots of things, crappy stuff, things around. But I was always looking for a vacuum machine, the handheld vacuum machine. I watched and looked for the vacuum machine. I used to play with it. It was very fun. And I went out throughout the door. And the second I went out throughout the door, I was looking down and I saw flames, fog, gas, and I woke up. This dream was repeating itself every single time. Every single time. Now, back in the day, I had no idea what's this dream of. Okay, what's this dream and why is it always coming? And I always had it in my mind. I had a tiny tip back in the day when I was 12 years old. Someone sort of told me what's this dream all about. But I never really had a connection to that person as so tight so I could relay on what she told me, or he told me, or they told me. It's a story. But throughout the time, I had to ask my parents at around the age of 14, 15. I asked my parents, what the heck is this dream? Because I really wanted to know. Since then, by the way, I never dreamt about this dream again. So I asked them, I asked my dad, and he told me exactly what happened. That the dream is true. That dream was really there. As I told you, I don't remember nothing from the age of 0 until the age of 3, 4. Now, looking back in the day, I do have a memory, the dream, and some pictures around. I always, and I have some tiny memories from my dad and my mom that they said that my first words were in Chinese. I don't know Chinese, okay? Don't ask me. if I know anything. I don't know nothing. And the only person I saw one picture. The only person I saw in the picture was my nanny. I don't know who she is. I don't know nothing. But my dad told me, yes, when I was a kid, our house burned down. And that's the memory that I do remember. He also told me that that was the exact thing that happened to me back in the day, which I went up the lateral stairs, the circular stairs. I went and took the handheld vacuum machine. I went outside, I saw flames, and I guess that someone saved me. That's my neighbor. That's also a different story. He comes back in my life way after all this thing happened. But I'll put that aside. Let's focus on the dream itself. Now, back in the day, I wanted everyone. Okay, I wanted everyone. I wanted to find a person who would be very helpful and draw what I've seen in the picture, in the dream. Because since I asked my dad, "What's this dream all about?" I never dreamt about it anymore. It went away. So I tried contacting a couple people. Some of them are very good artists. Some of them are my friends, and I asked them if they could draw that specific picture. And they couldn't. Because of lots of reasons. One, they didn't have time. One, they didn't understand what I'm talking about and how to see the visual thing in front of them. Some of them were not even helping. But I even tried myself and I couldn't. Okay, but with time, time passed and you start to realize that nothing could happen. But since then until today, I'm 31. Okay? Since then until today, nobody had ever drawn the picture that I visualized. Until a couple months ago. A company named OpenAI brought up her ChatGPT. Also, Dall-E2. If you guys have never heard about those two amazing artificial intelligent machines, you better go now and check them after the video. But let's start with this. I knew by looking around about the Dall-E2 that people asked the machine to draw them a specific thing. Memory of the past. A thing that they've seen and they don't know from where and how to put their finger on. I even read that people were actually crying about the picture that they seen. And the system would generate different kind of pictures and systems and stuff. So I said to myself, okay, I have to try this. Nobody else could draw this kind of picture for me, so I have to try the system, no? So I went into Dall-E2 and I wrote down lots of phrases. A kid in a place where there is fire and he sees this and takes this and that. All the pictures that I got were messed up. None of them were not even close to what I've seen. None. I gave up. Okay, if a machine can't do it, where can I find someone who would draw such a thing? But I didn't back out. A couple days passed after I tried. I really did try. I met along the way people who their profession is drawing. Okay, they went into schools, they got lots of degrees, and they love to draw. So I personally talked to them again. And I told a couple of them this private story. The dream that I've dreamt. I told them I want you to try and see and visualize what I see and draw it to me. It's priceless. Please help. Some of them tried or just wanted to do it, but they didn't have time. A week passed since I tried my Dall-E2. I had a Zoom meeting about OpenAI and all the advancements that there is nowadays in artificial intelligence. It was a conference talking about the ChatGPT. Okay? Now, because of the ChatGPT, everyone who saw it, and since the ChatGPT went out, everyone were like, wow, this is nice, this is amazing, this is crazy. And how can we use it for our own benefit into helping us out in work, at jobs, at things around? How can we put this artificial intelligence into our own life? So I've heard about the conference, but at some point in the conference, I've heard that people have a new job. The job is basically prompting the words or the sentences for the ChatGPT to understand. The second I've heard about it, and the conference was at the background, okay? The second I heard about it, I said, damn. I thought about it, it enlightened me, really. I thought about it and I said, maybe I don't know how to communicate with the machine because I don't speak their language. Because I brought up specific words like kid, stairs, fire, smoke. But my feelings were there also. So I thought about it and I said, okay, maybe I should use ChatGPT to prompt what I feel and what I've seen, and maybe make him help me into putting the specific phrase into Dall-E2 and getting the exact picture. So that's what I did. The converse was in the background. I went straight ahead to ChatGPT. I wrote down exactly what I've seen and what happened. At the beginning, it was ChatGPT is not connected to the internet and blah, blah, blah. But right at the center of this whole paragraph that he wrote down to me, there was try putting down this. I copied, I pasted, I went into ChatGPT to Dall-E2 and I pasted over there. I clicked enter and I froze. The background noises of the conference were not in my consciousness anymore. Everything around me just passed. I didn't hear nothing. I was just looking at the pictures that Dall-E2 put me out. I was looking into two specific pictures. The one that you see here and the other one that you're gonna see. And I shed a tear. I was shocked. I just stood still. I couldn't even have a word out of my mouth because this is as how close to what I was dreaming about, to the thing that I passed in my real life that I could not remember. And it only came in a one specific dream that had repeated itself, that nobody around would ever had the chance to draw for me for over 2 decades. 2 decades. and I just didn't have a word. At that specific moment, I cried. And I had to say thank you to the person who did the conference. So I did. Guys, I don't usually write things anywhere. Not in LinkedIn, not in Instagram, not on Facebook, not anywhere you could see. But this thing was so in me, it burned. I had to write it down. So I did. Reddit, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, wherever. I just posted it. And I said thank you. And I was getting lots of feedbacks. That's one of my stories. Crazy, huh? But yet again, I do have a lot of stories coming up because I just can't hold them anymore. There's too many. So I am having to let it out. I have to let it out somehow to have it in a memory somewhere. Everyone that ever heard me told me to write a book. I can't write a book. It's too much. It's too much time consuming. Everyone told me do a podcast. It's a time consuming also. But now, I think it's important. Why? Stay with me. Subscribe to my channel and you'll know why. By the way, guys, I left links down below so you could come in and watch, maybe follow me. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, you name it. Please come by, read, share if you like. I even want you guys to share with your own personal words and stuff that maybe happened to you with Dall-E2 or ChatGPT right here down in the comments. Everything is appreciated. Thank you for listening. Guys, quick thing. If you haven't seen my latest videos, please click here somewhere and go and see it. Check it out. Thank you very much for staying. Thank you for listening. Hope to see you again.